Okay, last but not least, and I'll say we because Jocelyn worked on this with me too. So what last last thing for this week. So I'm a big fan of Terribly Rad. I love her videos. I watch them all the time. And the 8-year-old has decided she loves them too. She really relates more to Emily than she does to some of the other more mature and serious quilters. She loves them. And Emily does a bunch of 3-yard quilts. She has a whole series on 3-yard quilts. So I was inspired by that because she makes them look so super easy. So I bought the quilts in a jiffy. If they're supposed to go fast, that's what we need because this baby quilt needs to be finished in 4 weeks. It needs to be finished and ready to go to a baby shower in 4 weeks. And I'm working with an 8-year-old part-time. So we got this. She is doing Landslide. That's this one right here. And we went to Joann's yesterday and she picked out these adorable little pandas on orange. And then she picked out this swirly orange and white. And we bumped into a very nice lady at the store. And she said, she showed us pictures where she had done this quilt too. She had the book with her. And she said to use some white in it and it would really make it pop. So she picked out a white on white swirl. And then she had like, I don't know, 6 or 8 different fabrics that she was mulling over in her brain. And she had this one. And this one with the pink and the orange flowers, it's white. And she was going to put it back in yellow flowers. This one's really cute too. She was going to put it back. And I said, well, Joss, we can use that for the backing. So we got started on it yesterday. She has all of the half square triangles sewn together. And we have cut all of the big blocks. So the next time she comes over, we're ready for strip assembly. We're ready to put it together. So I'm so proud of her and the progress she has done in such a short time with these. Also still in progress is this baby quilt that the grandbaby's making. We just haven't had a chance to get her back over here to sew this week, so we have not made any progress on that, but we will get it done by, I think it's October 5th. No worries. Yeah, you need 1 through 6 out of there. Okay, so we have this baby quilt that Jocelyn's been working on. The rows are together. We laid it out on the bed so she could see what it looked like. I am so excited about this. And we're going to get some row letters, some row numbers on there so we know how to put it back together again. And then I'm going to press it. And then next time she comes over, we're going to get these rows together and we'll have a quilt top. All right. My little sewer's coming over after school today. So I got all of these pressed. I pressed all of these seams towards the pandas so that they would nest very nicely, and I got them all pinned for her by rows. So I've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 together. She can sew those up when she gets here, and then we'll put the other rows together. So this quilt top is going to be done today. Hopefully we'll have time to make a sandwich also, and then I can quilt it for her this week. Hi everybody, it's another quilt reveal day. I have a few videos of this work in progress, but since it was the 8-year-old working on it, really didn't do a lot. I didn't want to video her working on it. She's my granddaughter, but she's not really mine to put on screen. So this is quilt number 7 of my 12 and 24. I made quilt number 7 in September. Yay. I was hoping for 1 a month, but I got a little behind, but I have 2 more to finish before the end of October. So I'm going to be caught up mostly. So this one is a baby quilt. The 8-year-old has a new cousin coming, not one of my grandchildren on her dad's side. So we went to Joann's and she picked out her fabric. She picked out the pandas and the orange swirls and the white on white swirls. I think I talk about this in one of the other videos. She actually ran into a lady at Joann's that had done this pattern. This is from the 3-yard quilt pattern book. And she said to use white, and it really made it pop. And I totally agree with her. That white really makes it pop. So we used orange thread for the quilting. She did all of the piecing and told me what she wanted where. She did all the piecing. We cut together. She's just not big enough to use the big rotary cutter and hold the ruler at the same time. So a lot of times it takes her 2 hands to cut. So we did all that together. She picked this backing. She had this one that she was thinking of using, and she was getting ready to put it away, and I told her she could use it for the backing because it still matched. So she hung on to it. Now, we did put a label on. She hand wrote it again, and I put it on here, and then it's sewn into the binding. So this was a baby quilt. So we did not put, this was a 3-yard quilt. We did not put the borders on like it called for. They also call for they call it I want to say a budget binding, something like that, where they only use 1 1/4 inches. I used the standard 2.5 inches, and I folded it in half and did it the way I always do them. So it is quilted in the orange on the front and the back, and it's ready for her to gift. It finished it, I think it was 35 by 53. Let me grab a tape measure. I did just measure it before I started here. So let's see, 35 by 53. So that's a nice size baby quilt. If I was going to do this again as a baby quilt and leave the borders off, I think I might do 1 more block and take this and put these blocks here with 1 more block on the bottom and do it 5 by 5 instead of 4 by 6. I think that would make it more of a square, not quite a perfect square, but a more square. So all in all, this is ready to go. They're going to be over tomorrow for some dinner, and I will give it to her to take to the shower, which is going to be October 5th. So that's it. Number 7, 12, and 24. Done. Thanks so much for joining me. If you'd like to see this kind of content, please, by all means, like my channel, subscribe, like my videos. Leave me a comment. Do you make baby quilts? Do you quilt with children? This was so much fun, and she has been learning so much. Again, thanks for joining.